Good morning, Stampers. It's Tracy Frith here from Sherwood Park, Alberta. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and thought I would hop on today. I didn't make it on last week, so I thought I'd try and get 2 in this week for Facebook Live. So I'm going to do today a technique called triple time stamping, and I'm going to use the Artfully Layered set. So this set is actually retiring at the end of this month. So it's on the last chance last chance list right now. It's from the January to July mini catalog. So I thought I would give it one last go around and make a card with it today. It does come in a bundle with dies, and the dies cut out all the different leaf shapes, and there's a couple other little dies as well included in the set. I didn't pull those out today, so I can't show you, but if you wanted the bundle, you can get both. And those are available, I believe, either until supplies last, so until they run out, or until the end of this month, till June, end of June. Okay. All right. So my pieces today, I have a piece of Melon Mambo as my card base. So that is the 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have another piece that is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. And then one more that is 3 1/2 by 2 1/4. Okay, so that's for the Mambo. And then my basic white, I have a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4. And I actually should have 2 of those. Hold on. Forgot to pull my second one out. All right, so I've got 2 pieces of that size, so 4 by 5 1/4. One of them will go on the inside of the card. And then I have another piece that is 4 1/4 by 3. And my last one is 2 by 3 1/4. Okay. I've gone ahead and put some adhesive on my 2 smallest white pieces. So just a little trick. I have an old, what's it called? It's repositionable adhesive. So it's not permanent adhesive, temporary adhesive. That's what it's called, temporary adhesive. So you can use that if you have some. Or my go-to favorite, the Tombow multi-mono adhesive liquid glue stuff. This can be either a permanent adhesive or a temporary adhesive. If you put it on and let it dry, then it is just sticky and it is a temporary adhesive. If you put it on and stick your other piece to it right away, then it is permanent. All right, so I've gone ahead, I don't know if you can see it, on the 2 smaller pieces of white on the back. I've just put a couple of lines of glue. I did that last night and I let them dry. Oh, good morning, Mom. Thanks for watching. So I'm going to take the largest piece and put it on the bottom. Then I'm going to take the middle-sized white piece and I'm going to just use the temporary adhesive and I'm going to position that right in the center. So there's about a 1/2 inch on all of the sides around this piece. And I did get, when I did my sample last night, I got very finicky and measured carefully, and then I think got it crooked anyway. So today I'm just going to eyeball it and hopefully get it mostly straight, because it took a long time to get it perfectly crooked last night. There we go. All right, so I've got that. I'll bring in my sample card too so you can see what we're going to do. So this is what it's going to end up looking like. All right. So I'm going to put that aside. So I've got my 3 pieces of white stacked. So now I'm going to get my Tuxedo black Memento ink, and I'm using the sentiment from the stamp set, Happiest Birthday Wishes. And I'm going to stamp that right in the center. Okay, and then I can put that out of the way. I don't need that anymore. All right, and now I'm going to bring in Mango Melody and the large kind of fern-like leaf shape. And this one, so when you're stamping, when I picked this stamp set, I had an idea in my mind. It may be just a little big for this technique, but it actually, I don't mind the way it turned out. So we're going to go with it again. And I am going to bring in a piece of scrap paper. I know you can use the grid paper as scrap paper, but I try to use one sheet for a few Facebook Lives, so I'll try not to get too much ink all over it every time. Oh, my mom said my brother took over her new chair, so she's sitting in her bedroom watching this morning. Nice. All right, so when you stamp, you want to try and get your image across as many of the layers as you can. All right, so I started out on the right-hand side, and I tried to sneak up pretty close to my words. A little bit higher here. And then stamp down. And it's not going to be a perfect image because you're stamping on layers, but you'll see it won't matter a lot. There we go. Okay, so I've got one, and I'm going to do one more of these. And I'm going to go down kind of the left-hand bottom corner-ish with the next one. Oops. And I'm getting ink on my fingers. We did a lot of that yesterday. My mom and I got together and did our annual catalog extravaganza together. And the ink we were using was all new ink pads, so they were really juicy. So we had ink all over everywhere. Okay. The bottom left-hand corner, same thing. There we go. All right, and then I can put that ink away for now. Depending on where my everything lays out here, I may pull it back out and do another little bit, but for the time being, that is enough. Okay, and I'm going to bring in the granny apple green and then kind of the large rounder leaf shape. Make sure it gets all inked up. Looks good. All right, and then I'm just going to pop a couple of those in as well. So I'm going to go on the top. One on the bottom here. Okay, and then that can go away for now. And my last color is Melon Mambo, which is the same color as the cardstock that I'm using. And for this one, there's a little cluster of kind of heart-shaped leaves. So I'm just going to add a few of those in just as an accent. And this ink pad is drying out a little bit. I have to get my re-inker out. I should have done that last night. Give it a little bit of a refill. Then I'll tuck a few of these in here just to bring in that little accent color. I didn't leave quite as much room on this one as I did last night, so I'll have to sneak them in where we can find a spot. There's not going to be very much pink on my centerpieces of this one, but that's okay. If I can do one more in the corner here. And we might need one more at the top there. Fill in that little white space at the top. There. All right, I think I'm happy with that. We'll get that ink out of the way. All right, now we can put it all together. So theoretically, if this all works the way it should, oh, I didn't do my inside card. Hold on. I think for the inside, I'm just going to put nope. What should I do? I'm going to do a little bit of the mango leaf. Maybe I'll do a little bit more. Okay, a little bit of the mango, and then we'll do a little bit of the granny apple as well. Just a little hint of the colors. Okay, all right, now we can start putting it all together. So, I'm gonna bring in my bone folder. I'll get rid of that piece. I'll get my card base folded. And we can put this piece on the inside. Yikes. Okay, so the inside is done. Now I'm going to try and carefully take these pieces apart. Hopefully they'll come smoothly. I haven't tried this, using this as a temporary. Oh, it worked beautifully, beautifully. Super easy to take apart. Well, at least the first piece was. Let's see about the second piece. Yep, that seemed to work pretty good too. A little tiny bit of tearing there, but not too much. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take the largest piece and put some glue on the back of this one. And this is going to go directly onto the card base. Oops, try and get it in the middle here. Okay, so that's my first piece. Now the next largest piece is going to go into the next largest piece of the Mambo, or the Melon Mambo. Okay. And just remember, you can't just use the glue that you had on there as the temporary adhesive, because it's temporary, it will fall off. Okay, so I'm going to center this piece in the middle of this cardstock. So that is my second layer now. So I can put this on as well. And when you're doing this, when you get the adhesive on the back, you just want to make sure that you get it lined up with your first layer. All right, so when I go to put this on, I want to make sure I'm lining up my images. Okay, so they aren't going to line up exactly. There's going to be a little bit of overlap. But you should be able to get pretty close. Bottom stamp isn't quite right. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Am I a little bit crooked there? Okay, I think we're good there. And then same thing for the last smallest pieces. Okay, put those together. So I hope everyone had a really good weekend. We had some decent weather. It was a little bit windy here, but still kind of warmish. I got out and played a soccer game on Friday night and then went and watched a soccer game, my little 4-year-old grandson play in a tournament on Saturday. That was pretty amusing, watching the little ones either run around and chase the ball or all of them, the whole team standing in the net at the same time. It was kind of one or the other at any given time. But it did start to get a little bit cloudy and really windy on Saturday and Sunday. So if you had allergies at all, there was lots of stuff blowing around in the air. We have a bunch of, it's like that fine yellow powder that's starting to cover everything. I've heard it's the pollen from pine trees. So it is out in full force right now. All right. Excuse me. There's our card. So I didn't put any bling on this one. I didn't really think it needed anything. There's lots going on in it already, and there's lots of bright colors. So triple time stamping, relatively easy to pull together. The biggest thing to remember is if you are using your liquid adhesive as a temporary adhesive, you need to give it time to dry so that it doesn't stick permanently and your layers don't stick together. Otherwise, you can use a temporary adhesive. This is a tape runner one. Yeah, but again, quick and easy, simple. You could add more embellishments or put your greeting up on another layer or whatever if you wanted to, but I kept it simple today. All right. So hopefully you will join me again on Wednesday. I may try another version of this technique on Wednesday. That's my plan right now. So let's see if I can pull that together. I have to figure out how to make it happen. If not, I'll do something different. But that's the plan right now, is to do another version of the triple time stamping on Wednesdays live at 10 a.m. All right. Hopefully you can join me then. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.